That is not good. That's a pad. That's a brake pad that came out of the caliper, and we have to hope that the pistons on the caliper are okay. Well, day after competition.
There you go! That is a great list.
And we have work to do. As we are kind of going to transition this YouTube channel more over to seeing a larger picture of our life, our crazy life that we live. So we always have some wild projects going on, and a lot of them involve our vehicles. So yesterday, Friday, was driving the truck, and last week I noticed the front brakes were a little grindy, and I ordered brakes. So I was like, oh, next week I'll compete on Saturday, and then I'll do the brakes on the truck on Sunday. And on Friday, the day before I competed, what happened? A brake pad came out of the rotor because it was metal to metal. So we have to hope and pray that this caliper is okay on this truck, because this is a bad situation. So I'll show you through the wheel, and then once we take this off, I'll show you a closer look. But check this out. That is not good. That's a pad. That's a brake pad that came out of the caliper, and we have to hope that the pistons on the caliper are okay. So let's take this apart and see if we can get this fixed. If we have to replace the caliper, it's not the end of the world. We'll see when we take it apart. So let's get this taken apart and we'll see what's up. Well, wheels off. Let's get this caliper off. Unfortunately, that is, as Matt Armstrong would say, perished. That's no good, so we have to go get a new caliper. Lame, super lame. Let's clamp off this brake line and take this caliper off and go get a new one. All right, super lame. I did not realize that I was missing a box. This sucks. Caliper's off. Caliper is there, and we leaked brake fluid. Great, I'll have to clean that up. I was going to put the caliper in the box with the brakes, and I opened the box, and there's rotor 1, and there's rotor 2. Where are the pads? We don't have them. Apparently they were in a second box, and that box did not come on FedEx on Friday. So we're waiting for brake pads, so we can't even finish this. So we'll have to get the brake pads delivered tomorrow, and then Tuesday morning we'll finish this up. Welcome to my life. Okay, back with our caliper. So I am going to get the caliper on. Then I'm going to throw this rotor on. We'll bolt the caliper up loosely, and then we're going to put this side on jack stands, and we'll do the other side. So when I do this on Tuesday, I don't have to do both sides, just got to finish this one side. I can't even do the right side because we don't have the pads. So I can't even get ahead of this. So we can't do anything until Tuesday. So we're just gonna pack everything up. I'm gonna leave the jack out here under the truck, and that's it. I can't do anything. I'm gonna clean up a little bit of stuff inside the garage, and then we're gonna meal prep for the week, And that's it. That's all we can do for today. So not a whole lot got done today. That's okay. That's life. All right, time to meal prep. Mom is here for dinner too. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, how are you?
A bunch of vegetables, sausage, chicken, eggs. Gotta make some muffins, and gotta make this chicken. A lot of work to do. All right, we have grilled chicken. Cut that up. We'll put that in the stir fry. We got the stir fry sauce, the rice, and muffins. Dinner tonight. Obviously, Mom came over, just celebrating another competition. Got some steak. Better take care of that, or it burns. There we go. All right, so 6 a.m. class is done. This week's kind of an odd week because I competed this past weekend, so I have some time off. Not much time off. I usually, sometimes I'll take a whole week after competing, but it's rare. I usually only take like 3-4 days off. This competition, I feel fine. The Arnold, I actually felt fine, but I came back too soon after the Arnold, after American Open. So I only took like 3 days off, and I probably should have taken like 4 or 5 for sure. I feel fine right now, and it's Monday, but I don't want to feel like I did for the Arnold. And we had to turn around. My turnaround from the Arnold to this meet was only 8 weeks, which is bad. That's rough. At 46 years old, that's rough. You know, a 24-year-old kid can make that turnaround without a problem, but 46 is a different story. So, and I obviously pushed myself way too hard for how old I am. If I had a 46-year-old client doing what I'm doing, I would tell them to take the whole week off until Friday. But right now it is time to program, and we have a lot of programming to do. I try to do a little bit on Sunday night, but I did very little last night. I only got one person. We try to get in everyone's Monday, so that, especially if the people that are in early, we try and get those people in. But I got in one guy plus the class. I always make sure to get the class workout in on Sunday night, because I'm in here at 6 a.m. on Monday, and I don't want to be writing that workout. I didn't have to worry about the weightlifters because they have off till Wednesday, so they can wait. Normally they get programmed fairly early. I've usually got one of the girls is in early Monday. They're not here till Wednesday, so I don't have to touch their program until later today. I try and get as much programming done before 11 a.m. as I can. And we try and shoot a couple of videos. And Monday is always rough. It's rough. Monday's always rough. So we are going to get this programming done. I got a few clients, potential leads that emailed me over the weekend. So I'm going to email them back and then get to programming. That's what we do. Coffee is life. Also, make sure that we write out our week. This is something that I started doing a few years ago, and it helps me out. I try to stay organized. I'm not the most organized person in the world. I forget a lot of stuff, like a lot. My week and my days are very scheduled and regimented, and I'm pretty disciplined when it comes to working out and trying to run the business, but I'm always trying to get better, and scheduling is something that helped me a lot. So we write out the week and just write out each day. I really want to come out with like a weekly plan. I don't love all the planners that are out there. I can't explain it. I just don't like them. So I'd like to come out with my own planner. I think that'd be a good idea. And just sell it on Amazon or something. But yeah, writing out your week is something that helped me a lot. And yeah, that's just write out your days, and then you can go over stuff that I missed from last week, carry it over to this week, make sure that we start getting things done. So yeah, write out your weeks. A full day, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you count wake up is, 5, and I'm actually not leaving here until 8:35. So 15-hour day. Life of a gym owner, but honestly, wouldn't have it any other way. Love my job, love what I do, and that's that. So, time to pack it up, shut it down, get out of here and go home. Well, it is Tuesday, and we're gonna finish these breaks. Unfortunately, because as our good friend Chris said, we live our lives like drunk, sober people. We don't drink. Yet we live our life like we're drunk. I forget things a lot. As I said, I try to be organized, but I also forget a lot of things. And I forgot the brake pads. I left them at the gym. So I'm waiting for Lindsay to bring them up to me. It'd be quicker for her to bring them home than it would be for me to go get them and come back. And while she's bringing them, I can start taking apart the passenger side. So we are going to take apart the passenger side while we wait for Lindsay to bring us the brakes. That's what we're going to do. My God, this is ridiculous.
You might need these.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Purchase your tracks today.
All right, so now we have to bleed this caliper because we disconnected it. So there's air in the line. So we've got our vacuum bleeder set up, and we're gonna start cranking this down. We get fluid out of here. Oh, there we go. Success. We are done. All right, let's pack up, clean up, and get to the gym. We have work to do, and we had a special delivery today. Can't wait to show you guys this. Our package has arrived. Why, you look so excited. Wow. I just still feel bad. These ones are notorious for being very fast, and they like to bolt. When they get scared, they just go. That's the first time I've had that happen, and I'm glad that we stayed calm and handled it very well. I think I see her down at the bottom. Go where I want. I want to be careful so I don't break her. She's so tiny. Look at how small she is.
She's crawling.
I think we got her on.
Yep.
Yep. Oh my God. She's so small. We're gonna rehouse Miss Elvira. Yeah, I see you. Go on. Get up there. Go on. There you go. Yeah. Let's see if we can see her. Yep, there she is. So. And she fell right down. Let's see if we can see her. Oh, is she gonna hide? Ooh, she came out. Look. Wife Ola.
She is too. I like that you pre-built her funnel.
Oh, I just gotta come get some water. Maybe. Oh, are you ready? It's Wednesday, first workout since competing on Saturday. So we took Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. It's 3 days. It's probably not gonna feel good. But that's what we do. Welcome to weightlifting. Back to work. we got going on here? Yeah. Zero this thing out. All right, let's see here. Hell yeah. All right, it is Saturday. We normally just do accessory work and maybe a little bit of cardio. So I'm just getting that done. I already cleaned, and we have to clean the gym. I already cleaned the front of the gym. So just doing some accessory work, and then I still have some shirts to print. So I'm slightly behind on printing, not real bad, just like an hour behind schedule. So I already did leg press and shoulder press. We got that done already. And now I'm just doing leg extensions, side raise, and curls. You know, I make it difficult, but I don't go crazy on this stuff. It's technically outside of programming. I know I've said stuff about accessory work on Saturday to my coach before, and you know, he's kind of sneered a little bit, but he's not like very upset about it. So as long as I'm smart about it, we're okay. So let's get last set of accessory work done, a little bit of cardio, and then I'll finish mopping the gym back here and finish printing these shirts, or else I have to come in on Sunday and finish them. All right, let's get this done. Also, Lindsay's not here. Lindsay's visiting her mother and her sister down in Savannah. And therefore that allows me to be here very late. If Lindsay were here, I would be getting yelled at right now because it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm probably gonna be here for another hour. Lindsay likes to be out of here by like 3 on Saturdays. So she's not here. This is what I do. I just work. I work more. All right, we're back here in the back of the gym, screen printing. So we have a screen printing shop back here. So there's the gym, and there's screen printing. I have a job it's actually one of our clients. This job is for him. I'm almost done with it. Front's done, half the back's done. I gotta do the other half of the backs. So this needs to get done. I could come down and do it on Saturday, but on Sunday, today's Saturday. I could come in down tomorrow on Sunday and do it, but if I don't have to do this, then I don't have to come down here. We've got 24 shirts left to do. I think I do 24 two color. It's less than an hour. It's like 50 minutes or something like this. So I got to get this done, and then just need to mop the other half of the floor, and we're out of here. So let's get these shirts done. Sure. You just want to see what this actually looks like. Do you care? I don't know. That's it. That's screen printing. Business number 2. Small. It's not a big deal. I schedule out like one job a week, so it's not my main job. We kind of fell into it. The guy that printed our shirts years ago wanted to retire, and he was like, hey, buy the business. And I didn't want to. He kind of talked me into it. So now we have a screen printing company. Yeah, I put maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 hours a week into it if we have like a big job, but it's nothing crazy. Anyways, that is it. So, just have to mop the other side of the gym, and then we're out of here after I get these done. All right, we're done. Last shirt done. Let me mop this floor, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm having a good day, so I'm actually in a pretty good mood.
And that is it for this week's vlog. Thanks for watching. You get a bigger glimpse into our life. Not sure if this is what everybody's interested in or not, but this is it. So we're gonna try and do a weekly long format vlog. We're also gonna obviously add in, keep doing the how-tos and instructionals for weightlifting and powerlifting. I'm always gonna do Monday motivation videos. So please tune in for those, as well as a weekly lifting review for my lifting and for my lifters. We're gonna start adding in a little bit more review for the power lifters. And stay tuned next week for me destroying my back in the dumbest way possible, and a wild week of printing shirts and lots of other things going on. A little bit less stressful than this week, but still stay tuned for next week. Always a fun time running the gym and running this ridiculous life that we live that I absolutely love. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next week. Peace.